Hello students, welcome to your computer classroom. So as in the previous class we were discussing chapter 3rd, and in that we have seen some important features of Microsoft Excel. So before moving to the next topic, let us revise those and then we will switch to the next. So in the previous class we have seen how we can use the data validation rule in MS Excel. It means if you are entering some data, if you are entering some value in that, so how you can set some conditions so that the while entering the value it can be checked and only the allowed value can be entered, and also we can assign some messages so that it will be convenient for the user to enter the data. Clear? So all this condition is called as data validation. So for that we have seen what were the steps. First, after whatever the table which we have created, we select those values, those cells, then click on the data tab. Clear? And in the data tab we have the data validation option. Clear? So when you click on this data validation option, this new dialog box appear. Clear? So here in this new dialog box we have the setting button. So whatever the value greater than, less than, whatever the range you want to specify, so that can be written using these settings. Clear? So for example, here in this, in the value, the minimum value is 10,000 and only the accepted values will be greater than 10,000. Clear? So this way any of the conditions we have applied, then after doing this, doing all the settings, we will go to the input message tab. So in the input message tab, whatever the values which can be entered by the user, they can be the message you can write that like greater than 10,000. Clear? So this will be the input message. Okay, when we are done with this input message tab, then we will go to the alert error tab. So in the alert error tab, we have the message which we want to display it when the value is not according to the condition. So here, as we have given the condition 10,000, so if the value is not written according to that, we will write the error message like that, please enter the value greater than 10,000. Clear? So this will be a condition which we have set. Then this will be the error message which will be displayed so that the user can know that what is the reason that his value is not being accepted. Clear? So this all was about the data validation rule. We can do various changes according to our requirement. Clear? So this was the three tabs: setting, input message, and error alert, using which we can use the data validation. Okay, then we have seen the sorting records. So sorting, we already know that sorting means to arranging the data in a specified sequence. For example, alphabetical, or if the number is there, then we can assign arrange them in a ascending or descending order. Clear? So for that we already have seen whatever the data we have, we will first click on these headers, and these headers have the arrow button as well, or you can go to the data tab. Clear? So if you go select that specific field and go to the data tab, here we have the data tab. In the data tab we have sort A to Z ascending and descending sequence. So when we will click that, the data or whatever the records we have in our table, they will be arranged in a specific order. Let us see this as well. So if we come to the software window, so here you can see we are having these set of records. Now let us try to arrange this. So if I click on the header of the first field, first name I have written. Now go to the data tab. In the data tab we have A to Z and Z to A. So this is the ascending and descending sequence. Let us click on few of one. So I am clicking on E to Z. So you can see all of the names are arranged in that particular increasing order of their alphabets. Clear? And if we want to arrange this in a reverse order, that is from Z to A, let us click on this. So if I click on this, you can see all the names are now in the reverse order. Clear? So not only the names, we can arrange the whole records on the basis of the numbers. So let us see, if here we have the payment field. So if I click on this payment, now let us click on this ascending and descending. So if I click on the ascending, here you can see from minimum value to the maximum value has been arranged. Let us click on the reverse. So if I click on to Z to A, so here from maximum to minimum value has been arranged. Clear? So this is all the concept of sorting by using the data tab and clicking on the ascending or descending sequence. There is one more way for this. We will see that as well. So if I come to the textbook again, so here next is using the sort dialog box. Let us see this. So in the sort dialog box, we have again to click on the data tab, and in the data tab we have the sort button. Clear? So when you click on that sort button, the sort dialog box will appear. Let us do these things. So if I come to the data tab, now in the data tab we have the sort this one is the sort option. So let us click on this. Now when you click on this sort button, this sort dialog box will open. Clear? So from here we can now do the settings, how to perform this sorting method using this dialog box. Let us come to the textbook again. So here we are. So step number 2 we have done, that is the sort box dialog box appear. Now step number 3, click the drop down menu and then select the primary field to sort by. Clear? Now here we have the primary field to be chosen. Clear? So sort by means whatever the field, whatever the level which you want to be used as the field on the basis of which the record will be sorted. It means if you want to sort the table on the basis of first name, if you want to arrange the records on the basis of last name, address, or whatever the field. Clear? So this we can specify here in the sort by. Clear? Then step number 4 is click on the drop down menu and choose whether you want to sort the field in ascending or descending order. Clear? So here we have the order option. From there we can choose ascending or descending. Now next one is click on the drop down menu to specify additional field for the sort and choose criteria. Clear? So if we want to assign some more criteria, like after on the basis of one field for the sorting purpose, if you want to choose some other field additional to that, so that we can use this for other additional fields or choosing some condition. Then click on the add label to add additional sort label. Here we have the add label option. Then click on the OK to sort the data. Clear? So this was the step. Let us try to do this. So if we come to the dialog box, here we have in this, you can see each of these. First is sort by, another is sort on, and third is order. Clear? So if we want to arrange any of all of these records on the basis of any of the field, so here we have the sort by option. So we can arrange this on the basis of first name or last name. All of the labels you can see they are also coming here. Clear? So let us arrange this on the basis of first name. So if I specify here the first name, then we have the sort on values or cell color or the different things we are having here. So as there is no color in our present table, so we can right now sorting on the basis of value. Clear? Then we have the order option, that is Z to A or A to Z. Let us click any of these. A to Z I am selecting. When I will click OK, you can see all of the records are now arranged in alphabetical sequence on the basis of first name. You can notice that we have chosen the first name for sorting our table. Now let us see it once again. If I click on the sort button, okay, so here again we have the same table. Now rather than first name, if we want to arrange the whole records on the basis of payment, let us choose this payment. So I have selected payment. Okay, now in the payment we have again the sort on values, so let it keep as value. Then order we have smallest to largest or largest to smallest. Clear? So according to the choice which you want, we can select that. Then after all this, click on the OK button. Okay, let us click here. So here you can see right now all the records are arranged in a increasing order of the payment field. Clear? So this is how we have seen how to arrange this on the basis of sort option or sort dialog box. Now there is one more option, that is add label. Let us see how to use that. First we have specified, suppose I am choosing sort by as a field name, first name. Clear? So the first name will be the field on the basis of which it will be arranged. Now after the first name, if you want to arrange the payment option as well, means first all the alphabets will be there, then the names will be arranged with some payment option or something like that, so we can use that. So add label, I am clicking on this. So here you can see that sort by, that is the first thing. Then we have the second row, the then by, means the first thing will be first name, and let us see now, choose in the then by the payment option. Clear? Then here again the values and the order will be smallest to largest or largest to smallest. Now let us click on this OK button and see what will happen. So here you can see that I have arranged the fields in an alphabetical order, and in the, suppose we are having two names with the A. Let me zoom in, then it will be more better visible to you. Clear? So here you can see that the first name is Anand and second name is Anmol. So we are having two names. Clear? And in the two names, the payment is right now, the payment is in higher to lower order. Is it so? For example, in the Anand we have seen 12,000 is the first and second one is 6,000. Okay, if you want to change this, that the first should be the minimum and the second should be the larger one. So again let us come to the sort button and see. So here we are, you can see in the payment it is order is values, sort on, yes. Okay, let us change this. Even then I think, okay, so here you can see all of these is being shown. Okay, so there is some issue or mismatch, we will see that. So this is the basic way of arranging the order of the list of the table according to the alphabet or the values using. So we have seen two options. One was directly by clicking on this A to Z or Z to A, or else we can go to the sort option and from there we can choose the additional conditions or the different criteria. Okay, now let us come again to the book. So this way the sorting options we have seen. Now let us see this update your knowledge boxes. So in update your knowledge, the first one is to remove data validation, select the range containing the data validation rule and then reopen the data validation dialog box and click on the clear all. Clear? So this turns off the data validation rule. So whatever the data validation we have seen in the previous class, so for that, after selecting all the range, there is a dialog box to click on the clear all. Clear? So we have to click on the data validation rule and then on the dialog box of clear all. Clear? Let me show you. So if we erase this, select the range of the values which we have used for data validation, then go to the data validation option, and here when you click on the data validation, you have the clear all option at the bottom. So if I click on the clear all and click on the OK, so already we have removed all the validation rule. So when you click on the clear all, the conditions of the data validation or the message which we have written, they all will be delete or removed. Okay, then the second dialog box, the second update your knowledge. After sorting, you can click on undo button if you do not want the records to sorted permanently. Clear? So here in the sorting option we have the undo with us, means if you want to go to the previous condition, we can click on the undo button. Then the third one, you should always save a current copy of your spreadsheet as a precaution before sorting. Clear? So whenever you are doing the sorting or any other features, it is required for us to save the data so that it will not be changed or deleted or something other mismatch can occur. So before that, it is advised to save the current spreadsheet with some name. Okay, so this was all the about how to use this different options safely. Now coming to the next topic, that is filtering data with auto filter. Clear? Now we will see how we can perform the filter option. If you want to filter the data from existing table, so we can use the filter option to choose something which is of your choice, which is required at the moment, so that can be done. So let us see now what are the steps of this filtering and what is auto filter. So filtering is a feature in MS Excel that allows setting of conditions so that only certain data is displayed. Clear? So if you are having a large set of values, a large set of records in your data sheet, so for that we can use these filtering options so that you can get only the desired or few of the selected records according to your requirement. Clear? It is done to make it easier to focus on some specific information in large data. Clear? It is used to view selective data that satisfies some conditions. So what is the meaning of filtering? Already we have seen that filtering means to display some few of the records which satisfy our conditions. So it is selective, you can say it is the selective view which meets some conditions which the user is setting. Clear? Now let us see what are all the steps of these. So first is click on the auto filter button. So here we have sorry, so here we have the auto filter button. So what is the auto filter button? Whatever the field you are selecting, all this is having this downward arrow button, so that is the auto filter button. So what we have to do, we have to click on that auto filter button. Okay, if auto filter button is not available on the field label, you can select the field label and click on the data tab, and then click on the filter button in sort and filter section. Clear? So if you have not added this auto filter button, then also we can do So for that, whatever the field name is there, first select that and then click, go to the data tab, and in the data tab you will also find the filter button. Clear? So either if there is the auto filter button in the field only, you can click on that, or otherwise you can go to this filter option which is present in the data tab. Let me show you. So here you can see right now, as we have already uh, added this auto filter button in all of these labels, so that is why we have this downward arrow button. We can check this. Clear? So it may happen that you have not added this auto filter button. Then what we will do, select the field name, then go to the data tab. Here we can see, and in the data tab we have this filter button. Clear? So when you click on this filter button, that will also give you the similar option. So let me select the field and go to the filter option. Clear? So it will here I have, you can see all of the auto filter option has been removed. Clear? So when you go to the filter button, it will add it. Clear? So if you have not added it, it will add it, or if it is already added, it will remove that. Clear? So this is how we can add the filter or open the filter dialog box. Now come again. Clear? So here the step number 2 is click on the checkbox to make it off for any item you want filtered out. Clear? So now you can see that when you click on the any of the field auto filter button, so there you have these different check boxes. Clear? So all of the things which you want to include, they are checked. So if you want to remove any of those, so you can uncheck it. Clear? So when you uncheck means there are check boxes. If you click on that, it will be unchecked. And after doing this, here you can see after you apply the filter, only those records that match the checked items will remain, and then click on the OK button. Clear? So when you have checked or unchecked any of these field or the values, all the records which is having those values, only that will be displayed to you. Okay, let us come to the software window. So here suppose in our table we are having the different products. Clear? So in case if you want to see that how many laser printer, or only the, if you want to see only the records of a specific product, so we can select that. Let us see how we can do. So if I click on this downward arrow button, that is the auto filter button, so here you can see right now all of these checkboxes are selected. Clear? It means all of these are all of these will be present in our display. So if you want to see only any of few of these, for example hard disk, let us see one by one. So if I want to see only hard disk, so check only hard disk and click on the OK button. Clear? So you can see right now only one person has purchased the hard disk, and that is why only one of that is being displayed to us. Let us click on this again. So if you want more than hard disk, if you want also laser printer, so let us click on the laser printer. So right now two of the values are selected. Clear? And then click on the OK button. Clear? So hard disk and laser printer are right now being displayed to you. Clear? So this is how we can filter the data. Clear? So this feature is called as filtering. Okay, so I hope now it is clear that how much essential features the Excel is providing us. We can very easily, we can you can say we can analyze the data, we can filter the data, sorting we have already seen, then data validation. Clear? So I hope right now the filtering is clear. So this is for any of the, if you select and click on the select all of the values will again be displayed to you. Clear? So it is whenever you are hiding that, only that that record is hidden for that moment, it is not being deleted. Clear? So this is how we can manage, and this can be done in any of the fields. So for example, if you come to the address field, clear? So address field, if you want to select that any particular address, what are all the different names, what are all the different records which are from a specific address. So for that, what we will do, again do the same thing. We will select any of those which you want to see. So suppose we want to see a particular value like BHU in the address. If I click on the OK button, you can see the 3 records are there which is having the address as BHU. Clear? So this is how we can filter any of the values from any specific column, any specific record. Clear? So let us select all. So this will bring back the original data. I hope this is clear now how to use the filter option. If we come back to this, so here you can see after step number 3, when we have clicked on the OK, you can see here the Excel filters the table and show only those records which were not checked off. Clear? It means only those records are being displayed to us where we have clicked on the checkbox. Clear? So this is how we have seen the filter option. Then the filter arrow has changed with the filter icon. Clear? So when you click on that, when you select these different names while filtering, so then this downward arrow button changes to the filter icon. Clear? So you can see here also, when I am right now, this is the downward arrow button. When we are selecting any of these, so then you can see the change in the icon as well. Clear? Here you can see right now this filter icon is present. Earlier it was a only drop down button. Okay, so this is how this icons are changing, which means it will specify you that the filtering has been applied. Okay, now come again. So here we have seen that how this records are being filtered, how the icon is changing. Then the view all commands again. Clear? So to view all the records again, click on the filter icon and then click on the clear filter from the field name. So here we have both options. Either we can clear the filter from going of these values. So you can see here that the option which we have to choose is clear filter from the field name. So if we see, if we come here in the software window, so suppose I am doing some filtering. For example, if I am selecting only the desktop computer. Clear? So this is the filter data. Clear? And here you can notice the filter icon here, which is like this symbol, which is similar to the filter option here as well. Okay, now after you have filter, if you want to remove that filter option, so you can directly go to the field again, and when you click that, here you can see clear filter from the product. So the filtering will be removed from this, or either you can do this or you can specify all the values, so both can be done. So if I click on this clear filter from the product, clear, so the filter option from this specific field will be removed. Clear? So this is the step for removing the filtering option. Okay, now this way we have completed the explanation of this chapter. Let us read this, update your knowledge as well. So you can activate the advanced command on the data tab to open the advanced filter dialog box. Here you can further customize the filter, selecting operators and values to apply on the filtered data. Clear? So if you want to do further conditioning, if you want to use some operators like greater than, equal to, so that can be done by using the advanced option. Clear? So this advanced command is present on the data tab, and when you click on the advanced filtering dialog will open. Let us see this. If we come to the data tab, let us remove this. So here in the data tab we have the advanced option. Clear where it is? Here if you see in the data tab, here is the advanced option. So if I click on this advanced button, so here you can specify the other different things for criteria for the different conditioning things, so that can be used for advanced filter option. Clear? Now next is the auto filter feature puts menus in the title of each column. So we have just seen when we use this auto filter option, the menu of that auto filter is added in that particular field also. Okay, so this all we have seen. Now in the coming class we have the exercises to do. So till then you can try by your own the question number 1, 2 and 3. 3 is question answers. Okay, we will do in the class. So try question number 1 and 2, the objective questions and filling the blanks. Okay, so it is very easy, you can easily find from the book itself. So till then try the exercise questions, and whatever the topics which we have discussed in the class, you can practice it. Okay, so let us meet in the next class with all the doubts, and we will do the exercises in the coming class. Thank you everyone.